Woo! Hello, my beautiful ducklings. It's your friendly puppeteer, and we're back again with Steven Universe Discussion Vlogs. Today we have Cheeseburger Backpack, and in this episode, Steven gets a cheeseburger backpack, and he stuffs it up with a whole bunch of weird stuff, and then they go to restore a temple, and Steven, like, along the way, stuff that he kept in his cheeseburger backpack, comes back to help them, and it's just a pretty funny episode. Um, the it's just pretty silly, like some of the things he does in this episode. The Some of the emotions that that Steven and Pearl show are like pretty out of character emotions. Like his body will bend like with his emotions. Like there's a scene where he's talking about his cheeseburger backpack, and he's like, and you guys will think it's so cool, and he like bends like that when he talks, and it's an out of figure, it's an out of figure emotion, or like something like that. Or there's another scene, and Pearl is on like the little teleport Sulu beam me up thingy, and she's like, Steven, let's go, and she's like bending she's like that, like rather cartoonish, and well, because it's a cartoon, but they're kind of distracting at first. Like there's a scene, Steven's like, you got it, dude, and like his tongue gets like all big, and he's just like squishy, and his tongue gets all big, and like he just gives a big thumbs up. He's like, they're distracting at first, and this is the first episode. They do it in another episode too, the fry thingy episode. But it's kind of distracting, but then you kind of get used to it. They're kind of, they're rubbery characters, and there are characters that are meant to be rubbery, like Steven, and there are characters that are meant to be, solid, like Garnet, and they kind of match their personalities in a way. Like, Steven is, like, bouncy and fun and boing boing, and so, like, if he does, like, a squishy, thingy with his body, then it's normal. But if Garnet, she's, like, the leader of the group, she's, like, the independent one, if she were to, like, do something, like, squishy, like, she was like, okay, and, like, squishy like that, it wouldn't look right, but they do a good job keeping their body actions like the characters, and that's good. But what he does, another funny thing, he takes out a thing of bagels from his backpack, and he like throws them to these little Weedle looking thingies, and then they just like go over there, and meanwhile, like, Pearl makes like a perfect plan where like Amethyst goes over there and Garnet's on the ceiling, and like it's super complex, and then Steven just throws a thing of bagels, and then Amethyst's like, what do you know? And that was pretty funny. And then Pearl was like, how did you know that would work? And Steven was like, if I was a caterpillar, that's what I'd do. And that was also kind of funny. He probably likes to eat. It's shown in other episodes he likes to eat, and because he's large and stuff like that. And that was pretty funny. The show, I've said it before, the backgrounds are beautiful, and it really shows in this one. He has they're going up the temple, and there's like a scene, and it's just surrounded by water, and the temple is in the middle, and they're walking up it, and it stays there for a few seconds, and it's really beautiful. I'm probably going to change that to the screensaver on my computer. It's just a really nice looking scene, and like the watercolors, they let kind of like color out of the lines a little bit, so I've said it before, it's like dreamlike a little bit. It's really nice. They don't distract from the characters themselves, and that's really. Can I think of anything else? Oh, Mr. Queasy. He forgets to bring like this statue that was supposed to restore the temple. So he takes out this little toy, and it says it's called Mr. Squeezy or Mr. Wheezy or something like that. And like he has like a bib on, but then he has like, you can see like his intestines, and it's like they're like sewn onto him. They're like fabric intestines sewn onto his body, and like if you squeeze him, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be sick," and he's like, "Kid, don't squeeze me." And that was pretty funny. It was weird and gross, but it was pretty funny. And I have a weird sense of humor. Besides that, Mr. Queasy, the cheeseburger backpack, when he takes the cheeseburger backpack out. No, can I think of anything else? No. Oh, wait. Last episode, I forgot to say, for the light cannon episode, I forgot to say, the relationship between Steven and his dad is pretty cool so far. And I know that, I think I said something about, like, how they also do that in the episode Frybo. But also, Miss Steven's dad, the song, Let Me Drive My Van Into Your Heart, I like that song. It's good. It's a good song. You should check it out. But that's really it. Nothing else I can think of right now. See you next episode. Tickle that subscribe button with your tongue and give me one of those.